What's up, everybody? It's your favorite on again, off again tech channel, Coding Paths, aka One Syrian, aka LawrenceDCodes. I've got aliases. But anyway, thought I'd come back to you because I got a great question. I'm going to try to link the question or whatever somewhere around here. But the person asked basically, how am I as a developer using AI in my day to day? Great question. First thing I want to do, I'm going to definitely go back and grab a blog post that I wrote almost a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, about this very topic about AI. This is when LLMs were really becoming a popular, chat item. Everybody's talking about LLM this and that, chat GPT this and that. And so I wrote a little blog post about it, about what I thought the future of AI, and let's just call it the rank and file developer should probably look like. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you or tell you the whole thing right now because I want you to read it. But the basic thing I said back then was I see a very near future where businesses will be wanting to respond to the marketplace at the speed of AI. That was like my statement. Businesses will want to respond to marketplaces at the speed of AI. And the reference that I used was Bill Gates' The Speed of Thought book that he wrote, which is about automation and computing, making it faster for businesses to respond to data. AI is an accelerator on top of that accelerator. And so that's the speed that businesses will want to run at. Even though that doesn't make sense logically and semantically, just go with me on this, all right? That's how fast they're going to want to move. Which means, as a rank and file developer, you can, because the question is always, will we be replaced? Being replaced is one option, or being a user is one option, or being a developer of AI is an option. So that's three options, right? If you're the right person that's writing the AI, if you're the person that's making the first cotton gin, then you're not the person being replaced by the cotton gin, okay? So if you're writing AI, that would be the safest in this context, the way I'm framing it. And I'm sure there's some Venn diagrams and some circles within circles here, but if you're writing the AI or many AIs, you have that capability at an enterprise level, at scale, okay, and all the other buzzwords, you're probably the safest in this context. Slightly less safe would be what I would think is going to be the new standard, which is developers who are cognizant enough about how to utilize an artificial intelligence program in their day to day work, far beyond just quizzing a chatbot for a code response. That's the lowest level. That's the level that I believe all admins will need to function at literally within the next year. I'm recording this October 2nd, 2024, literally within a year. I think every admin, any person working on a computer system, will be required to use some sort of either embedded or external, probably embedded LLM based chat system in order to get faster responses, right? Whether it's querying data for customers, whether it's going through internal documents to find answers in terms of like a customer service. Many times when you call customer service and a person goes beyond what they know, they'll pass you on to another person. Well, what if all of the knowledge, up to three, four levels, is all thrown into an internal AI system that can retrieve all of that? So when the person is interacting with someone else, even if those are human, they have access to all of the data. And if they come to a point that they don't know, a simple query can go through all the documents, all the policies, and all the decisions and give the most accurate answer. I see that being a baseline for admin folks, any office worker of any type. For developers, I think the baseline very, very soon, if it's not there already, will be the ability to use AI in what you do. So the FedEx developer, right? You're building out microsystems. I'm using FedEx because I used to work there, right? How do you now use artificial intelligence internally, right? Not just reach out to ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude and get some response, but how do we use it internally to make smarter decisions? And who knows how to write, even if you don't write the model or the LLM itself, or the model, the LLM, the artificial intelligence is going to work with it. How do you interact with it? Can you at least build the interface that's going to react with one? So maybe we have a small team of AI engineers who give us a model, who give us ability to go through all this data. Can you at least write the interface to interact with that, right? Beyond just an endpoint, but actually interact with that LLM model, with that data, in order to make smarter business decisions faster. Smarter business decisions might be code, they might not be code, but the ability to make those faster gets you to market faster with solutions that the customer needs, which generally speaking always is going to make you more money. That's what I think the baseline is. Now, all that is like the backdrop. How do I use AI? First of all, I'm a developer advocate right now. Been a developer advocate for a year and October, 2 months, right at a year and 2 months now. I had a lovely company called Vada that I'm really enjoying the ride with. I was a developer prior to that for 5 years with FedEx, as I already mentioned, and also Fred's. But I'm currently a developer advocate. In my current role, I am not writing production code on a daily basis that's going, over the bridge or over the fence or across the wall, however you want to call it, that's going out the door, right? I do make open source contributions. I do make tons and tons of demos, but I'm not writing the production code on a daily basis. So my use of AI tends to be a few different categories. Number one, and I can show you this. So first things first, I tend to use Gemini for my LLM purposes, not because I've just concluded that it is absolutely better for all use cases at all times. Couldn't definitely say that at all. But specifically because I attended Google I/O conference this year, talked to developers, developer advocates, engineers, people who are working on this day in and day out, understanding their mission, what they're trying to accomplish, seeing the different things that they're doing with it already, what they plan to do with it, and honestly just drinking the Kool-Aid. And that happens sometimes, right? And as long as you're cognizant of, yes, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, I don't think it's that bad. It's when you drink the Kool-Aid and you don't know that you drink the Kool-Aid, that's a problem. But I drank the Kool-Aid, so I said I'm all in on Gemini, and I built with Gemini and enjoy that. But how do I use this in terms of an LLM? So first of all, this is a chatbot that's based on a model. All right, this is not AI. Let's be real clear for anybody who's brand new to tech, or perhaps this is not AI, and this is not the model. This is a user interface that's a chatbot that allows me to interact with a model that is leveraging a number of complex algorithms, a number of complex programs to decipher my input, my prompt, and give within some percentage of hoped accuracy an appropriate response. So this is not AI. AI, again, as most people probably learned by now, has been around for decades and decades and includes much, much more than just chatbots leveraging LLMs. This is just super convenient, super user-friendly, and super popular. And so I can do something like this. All right, let's go to Twitter. And I'm going to just go to my own profile, and I'm going to just I'm just going to copy a bunch of stuff. Let's say I want to, and I'm doing this on the fly. So my first answer for how do I use AI, I use LLM chatbots largely for summarizing. Largely. I'll copy anything and just throw it in there, right? And I like the carelessness that I use. Like, I don't have to try to formulate this into a JSON or XML. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to copy until my heart's content. I'll stop randomly. It'll figure it out, right? That's part of the algorithm. It'll figure it out. And so one example, so I'm just going to copy this. And let's just say, I don't know, based on the following tweets, what is your assessment of how well this Twitter user is sharing a balanced combination of their professional and personal lives? Do you make recommendations on how they can improve achieving this goal? Here are the tweets. I have no idea what it's going to say. I'm doing this live. Here we go. Assessment. LawrenceDCodes' current Twitter presence leans heavily towards the professional. Here's a breakdown. Bio full of professional titles and links. frequent retweets of content from industry publications, colleagues, mentions of Vaadin certification and Java development. Personal, 3 tweets about dinner plans, 1 retweet about a YouTube career development stream, 1 political post. Arguably not the best way to connect with a professional audience. All right, I'll take that. Recommendations for improvement. Share occasional personal updates that relate to work-life balance. Celebrate career milestones. Share industry jokes. Retweet a mix of professional and personal. Retweet interesting articles. Consider separate accounts. That's optional. Leverage threads and polls. I hardly ever do threads or polls. And leverage more hashtags. Interesting. So that is one way that I use it, is for summarizing. I'll summarize docs. I'll summarize. I'll summarize. Watch this. How can I break this really easy? Delete. Crap. Let's say add. All right, so that's not a thing. So let's save that. All right, that didn't provide a stack trace. But anyway, when you get those stack trace errors that are 13 billion miles long, and you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you get to the top and it's still just not giving you any good references, and it references a line of code maybe that doesn't even exist, I will copy all of that, throw it into ChatGPT, or excuse me, into Gemini, and just say, make some sense of this. So great at summarizing. Documentation for new technologies, languages, etc. Great at summarizing. That's one way I use it. I use it for ideation, generating tweet ideas, blog post ideas, video ideas, collaboration ideas. Pretty much everything that we do as a developer advocate that involves some creative side. If I get a little dry, a little writer's block, I will absolutely ask you for ideas. And when I do these things, I don't use the responses as the answer. I never, ever use a response as the answer. And I think that's where some people get things wrong, thinking that they're going to ask a question and get an answer. I purposely use this asking questions to get ideas, right? Just as if I asked somebody on the street. And then it's on me to take the ideas and sort of through which ones do I like, which ones do I not like, which ones make more sense, which ones are more applicable. So I use it for idea generation, just to get the juices going. When I'm getting dry. Now, if I already have an idea, I don't need the LLM. I just use my brain. But when things get a little dry, when the writer's block comes up and I've tried the walk and the water or whatever else, prayer, I'll throw it into ChatGPT. See, ChatGPT has become like Xerox. Like saying Xerox to mean copy with Xerox as a company. I throw it into Gemini to get ideas. I've utilized AI as well for building purposes. So I've done one talk. And how many videos? Was it a video or a blog post? Let's see. I think it was a blog. I have done, let's see here. That's me. Yeah, there we go. So I did a blog post about AI, and this was some good content. I don't know if we got any responses. I liked it. No comments. But I built out my own AI chatbot using Vertex AI. So I showed how to do that in this blog, and I left the content. I left all of the code in this repo here. So yeah, so a person could literally go and check this out. Yeah, this project, there we go. This project demonstrates a simple implementation of the Vertex AI Gemini chat model using Vaadin Flow. The application allows users to enter a prompt and receive a generated response from the AI model. And so I talk about how to set up with Google, the environment variables and everything, local variables, how to run the application, how to deploy it, and put all the documentation. So that was a really cool blog post. I like writing it. I like building it. It gave me a lot of ideas I want to build. I just don't have time to get to it at the moment. My boss, Marcus Hellberg, the first talk that I gave with Vaadin was actually his talk. And it was on AI. That was it Connect Tech? I think it was Connect Tech. And so you could say, oh gosh, conference? I think it was Connect Tech. I don't think it was DevNexus. Connect Tech. Don't see myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Very happy to be here at Connect Tech. This is my very first Connect Tech of all time. First time I'm presenting on behalf of a company as well. You see I have a company logo here, so I can't just inundate you with that.
Oh, I can't watch. But anyway, we use it to do talks and to leverage existing exciting technologies and show how, again, rank and file developers, I love talking about rank and file developers, how they can get involved in this AI game in a very quick, simple, direct way and become even more valuable at your workplace, which ties back to the very first thing I was talking about. I can't watch myself. But anyway, we do it for talks. We use it for talks. We use it for content, blogs, videos, etc. I use it for summarizing. I use it for ideating, and that's about it. I think the ideal use case is something I just don't really have. I'm not in a structure to really do right now, and that is to use AI on the job to make better business decisions, which I described earlier. I think that's just the best use case for what we have available now. If you're not writing it, that is going to level up developers. That's going to be a promotable type of thing. That's going to be something that takes some companies from, that scales them a little faster, gets them to market a little quicker, helps them make more money. Analyzing, oh my gosh, just analyzing just sales data in a snap of a finger, and marketing data and feedback in a snap of a finger, being able to take years and years of data with all the context that they're giving you available now, and generating, responses, generating charts, generating actionable items a company can take. I think the sky's the limit. I don't think we even touched the surface, even with what's available now, on how businesses can utilize them better. So that would be really, really exciting. I think that would be one of the best use cases, but it's just not something that, based on my current job title, that I do very much. So hope that answered the question and gave some context. Thank you for that. Any more questions, drop them in the comments. Tell me how you're using AI. We'll see y'all later.